Wracamy do półfinału pomiędzy Maguirem a Ryanem Dayem. Partia druga przy prowadzeniu 1-0. Otwiera Steven Maguire. Zobaczymy zatem maksymalnego breaka w pełnej klasie od pierwszej do ostatniej bili. Przyglądaj się, Rafał, bo ty masz pecha do tych maksymalnych breaków. Na żywo nie oglądasz, ale chociaż z powtórki sobie obejrzysz. Recepta na breaka maksymalnego. Śmiałem się z tego, śmiać się będę, dopóki reguła się nie zmieni. Rafał, nie ma w studiu.
Sprawdźmy to, ja wyjdę na jednego frame'a, jak tylko wznowimy mecz.
Wściekniesz się. Od tego się zaczęło błąd Ryana Daya. Wczoraj komentując zastanawiałem się, jak doszło do tej sytuacji, że tak ładnie były ustawione już we wczesnej fazie frame'a czerwone bile. Teraz mam odpowiedź, wcale nie było tutaj dosyć długiej gry odstawnej, ale takiej ofensywnej gry odstawnej, a jedynie wczesny błąd Ryana Daya.
Drugi maksymalny break dla Stevena Maguire'a. Ciekawe, ile tych maksów przesędziował Aaron Williams.
No, jego kariera sędziowska dużo dłuższa niż zawodowe granie Stevena Maguire'a. Rzeczywiście ma na pewno więcej na swoim koncie maksymalnych breaków niż Maguire. Szybko zdjął ze stołu Maguire czerwoną, która mogła tutaj najbardziej utrudniać budowanie maksymalnego breaka. I spójrzmy, jak ładnie radził sobie z tymi następnymi bilami szkocki zawodnik. 24, 3 czerwone, 3 czarne. Problematyczne jedynie 2 czerwone bile, tutaj stojące na lewo od punktu bili różowej, jakieś 40 cm. Wybór czerwonych, jedna do środkowej kieszeni, druga do prawego rogu. Był, zdaje się, kick delikatny, albo po prostu za krótko poprowadził białą bilę. Steven Maguire miał być oczywiście na czerwoną do lewej narożnej kieszeni. Nie ma odpowiedniego kąta, aby pozostać na czarnej. Krótkie zastanowienie się i jest inna czerwona do środkowej kieszeni. Tutaj chwila zawahania będzie. Spójrzmy na białą bilę. Czerwona oczywiście wpadnie. Mocne zagranie, przesunięcie od bandy na czarną. I już Maguire, pesymista, spodziewał się, że biała schowa się za czerwonymi. Mnóstwo breaków maksymalnych w tym sezonie. Zwykle w poprzednich latach mieliśmy 2, no góra 3 breaki maksymalne w ciągu całych 12 miesięcy. W tym sezonie Grand Prix. 2 breaki maksymalne. Najpierw w eliminacjach Jamie Barnett, potem w turnieju głównym Tom Ford. Następnie Northern Ireland Trophy, Ronnie O'Sullivan 147, znowu Ronnie O'Sullivan w UK Championship 147 punktów. No i wreszcie China Open, Steven Maguire 147 w półfinale z Ryanem Dayem.
Tom Ford w tym sezonie to było?
Tak, tak. W meczu z O'Sullivanem nie.
No nie.
No zaraz to sprawdzę, na pewno w tym sezonie. W fazie grupowej
Ale nie był to break telewizyjny.
nie był. Z Davisem 4-0 wygrany pojedynek przez Toma Forda, między innymi z maksymalny break. Przepiękne teraz otwarcie dwóch czerwonych, które były na swój sposób problematyczne. Wiedział też Steven Maguire, że zagrywając w ten sposób będzie miał pewną pozycję do czerwonej, do lewej, przepraszam, narożnej kieszeni. Czarna i czerwona na wygranie partii i prowadzenie 2-0, a potem już pełna koncentracja na ataku na breaka maksymalnego. Uśmiecha się do siebie Steven Maguire, no jedno już tylko chodzi mu po głowie w tej chwili. Założył, że frame jest wygrany. 2000 roku może zaatakować breaka maksymalnego. Spojrzał jeszcze, przypilnował białą bilę, żeby ona dobrze tam zbiła się z różową, żeby broń Boże nie schowała się, odbierając szansę na atak na maksa. Już w tej chwili na czerwoną do środkowej kieszeni. Najważniejsze było tutaj wyczuć siłę zagrania, żeby ten kąt umożliwił łatwy powrót do bili czarnej. Tu minimalnie za mocne zagranie, ale oczywiście przy aż 4 dobrze dostępnych czerwonych do lewej narożnej kieszeni, a także jednej do środkowej. Tutaj alternatywnie można będzie wychodzić. Nie musiał się aż tak bardzo martwić o optymalny kąt na czarnej Steven Maguire. Troszkę za krótko jednak na czerwoną i wątpliwości pojawiły się, jak będzie wyglądał ciąg dalszy ataku na maksymalnego breaka. Alternatywą dla tej czerwonej, którą będzie wbijał Steven Maguire z ogromną ilością bocznej rotacji, była czerwona po długości stołu do żółtej kieszeni. I to chyba był jedyny moment, w którym odrobinkę stracił kontrolę nad breakiem Steven Maguire. Będzie jeszcze jedna taka chwila, ale to dopiero przy czyszczeniu kolorów. Oklaski za przekroczenie 100 punktów, a teraz przed Maguirem zagranie z krzyżaka. Nie lubi tego typu uderzeń. Jest duża presja oczywiście związana z możliwością wbicia breaka maksymalnego. Nie tylko w ten sposób tworzy się kawałek historii, ale do tego można poważnie wzbogacić swoje konto. Jeżeli ten break maksymalny nie zostanie wyrównany, Steven Maguire otrzyma za to osiągnięcie 22 000 funtów. Pierwszy też break maksymalny w historii turniejów rankingowych rozgrywanych w Azji. Przypomnijmy, wcześniej były tutaj breaki maksymalne. James Wattana wbił 147, ale w turnieju nierankingowym potem w 1998 roku dwóch Brytyjczyków wbiło inaczej. W Wielkiej Brytanii były wbite dwa breaki maksymalne w eliminacjach do azjatyckich turniejów, ale na ziemi azjatyckiej w turnieju rankingowym nigdy wcześniej break maksymalny nie padł.
No tak, te reakcje Stevena Maguire'a pokazują, że nie do końca była tutaj pełna kontrola, przynajmniej na wyjściu z przedostatniej czarnej na czerwoną. Już się obawiał tam albo chińskiego snookera, również gdyby biała nie zatrzymała się na bili niebieskiej, dystans pomiędzy białą a czerwoną byłby już dosyć duży.
Ale właśnie, to są reakcje Maguire'a, ale gdyby spojrzeć tylko na to, co na stole...
Znaczy, to są reakcje, które jednoznacznie mówią, że nie tak miało wyglądać to zagranie.
Także on tej kontroli pełnej nie czuł, prawda, że to...
120.
No i tutaj wyjście z żółtej na zieloną dla mnie po prostu mistrzostwo świata. Nie wiem, czy się zgodzisz.
Na
ty
tą
jesteś...
samą kieszeń, tak?
Nie.
Nie. Mięciutko. Ależ
No
przepięknie.
przepięknie wyczute. Po prostu nie da się opisać, jak trudne było to zagranie. Troszeczkę wyrzucający miał ten kąt. Przypuszczałem, że jednak będzie grał przesunięcie od bandy u góry ekranu. No to mięciutko z idealnym wyczuciem. Optymalna pozycja na zielonej.
Co on tam sobie pod nosem mamracze?
Liczy. Co będzie? 147. No i teraz optymalna znowu pozycja na niebieskiej. Mógłby być ten kącik odrobinkę mniejszy. Skracać jeszcze będzie go Steven Maguire. Wyjście na różowo do tej samej kieszeni. I aż się wierzyć nie chcę, że tak dużo pędu zabrał z białej bili. Nieprzyjemny kąt na różowej. I od razu przypomina się atak niedawny Petera Ebdona na breaka maksymalnego. 134 punkty, łatwa różowa, wtedy miał praktycznie z punktu Peter Ebdon z idealnym kątem na wyjście na czarną i tę różową spudłował Peter Ebdon. Ebdon czekał na swojego następnego maksymalnego breaka przez 16-15 lat, no i czeka do tej pory, skoro tamtą różową spudłował. Steven Maguire od 2000 roku czeka na drugiego maksymalnego breaka, pierwszego telewizyjnego. Chwila zwątpienia, chwila niepewności, ale wpada różowa, biała będzie idealnie na czarną i w tym momencie Steven Maguire myśli sobie, to już mogę kupować nowy samochód. Ale złoży się jeszcze do czarnej. Steven Maguire i chwila zastanowienia. Ken Doherty kiedyś spudłował, to był bodajże 2000 rok.
Bo nie wstał.
W Masters spudłował czarną na 147 w finale z Matthew Stevensem. Ale Maguire nie podłuje. Drugi maksymalny break w jego karierze i szczere gratulacje od Ryana Daya, który potem wbił 104,89 do
Listen, I had the pleasure of commentating on two maximum breaks, the two fastest ever, Ronnie, in just over 6 minutes, and then the 1997 commentated with John Virgo on that 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Can't see that record ever being beaten. Fantastic. And if the black goes in, who knows how many he'll score here, but it's a tricky little black. I'll tell you what, I mean, this, you never ever call anything. He's potted one
8.
black. Do you know what he'll have in his mind? Well, he's 12-7 in front. We know what he'll have in his mind. He'll be trying to stay on the black here.
I think if it wasn't the last frame of the match, I'd certainly agree with you, but it's to win the match as well.
No.
And these balls are perfect, aren't they? They are absolutely perfect. slightly under-hit it, but he can play this plain
16.
ball and go around the back of the black. The red in the middle is not bad if he can cue it nicely. I'm not too sure whether he can cue it easily to stun on for the black.
Well, we'll know exactly what his intentions are, the way he plays this shot.
17.
He's hitting the ball so well. When you're hitting it, when you're cueing at your very best, even in your own mind, you sometimes generate more spin than you mean to. Because he's cueing so well, he's getting so much movement off the cue ball. He's just sometimes running out of position because he's hitting it too good.
24. $25.
This will be the fourth black coming up. Stephen Hendry has made 8 maximum breaks in competitive play. Ronnie O'Sullivan has made 8 maximum breaks in competitive play.
32.
He might be after another record.
33.
The reason he's taking the red at the bottom of the bunch because it gives him
40.
more target to go into the pack off the black. If he takes the ones on the left, that red would have been in the way for the perfect split. So
41.
he might play a split here because he knows he's got one to the left and one to the right.
Now this is key if this works out. Oh, he's stuck on them, but he's still got one to the middle.
48.
Now, has he got a bit of angle to try and get back to the black off this one? Oh, there's not a lot of angle there. Well, he made it. He made it.
$56. 57.
There's a buzz going round the Crucible Theatre. They know what's happening here. Just a little bit too far.
64.
May have to get the extension out here and play a delicate little shot just to drop on the black, but shouldn't be a problem. Well, Mark is just wondering how many he's going to score here. That's the little shot he can play. Even if he cannons a red, he's okay.
65.
He's just flicked that red, as you can see the crowd now just hoping they're going to witness a bit of history. He's just flicked the red to cover both those reds up into one pocket, so he's still got one more kiss to play at some stage. Needs to travel a little bit. Well, this is just
72.
phenomenal play.
Well, just one more red, it has to be said, to knock Mark Williams out of this year's 888.com World Championship, and that will send Mark to the qualifying school. We'll take him out of the top 16.
73.
So this is the key one. Mark Williams now knows it's all over. I'm sure he'd now wished Ronnie a 147. Okay, nobody likes getting beat, but he wouldn't begrudge the way he's played. Has he gone too far? He hasn't. This is nice now.
80. 81.
When will he play the cannon? I don't know if one of the reds near the pink pots. It does. It does.
58. 89.
Oh, he wanted to go a little bit further and he would have tried to have freed the one next to the pink. That's the key one now, but he hasn't got the angle here.
I'm not so sure, Dan, whether it's pots, you know. He may not have to play the cannon.
If it no, it looks tight. It looks tight from that angle. It doesn't go.
There's another example of playing for
96.
two reds at once. That's what you've got to do in this situation.
He's tried it. What a shot!
One 104.
That is one of the best positional shots I've ever seen. He was almost straight.
To generate the
105.
angle he did to get the cannon and to control it, well, he deserves one now.
£157,000 available
112.
for the maximum.
113.
This could be the last worrying shot. He's perfect. This is perfect.
120. 122. Quietly. 125.
4 colours to beat Stephen Hendry's record that he jointly holds with Stephen at the moment.
129.
This will be his 9th maximum break.
To quote one of the late greats, Jack
134.
Carnham, good luck, son, because this has been flawless. This place will erupt if this black disappears. This has been unbelievable. Players stopped on the other table. He's done it! What an unbelievable break that was. Probably his best maximum he's ever got at the 9 he's got. Mark Williams offers his hand in congratulations. Dennis, you've done a few of them. Handshakes from Robertson. That was up there with the very best.
It just doesn't get any better than that. That's 3 of his maximum breaks have done. The man is a total...
在第二盘里边，先是75分的领先，
居然没有拿下。
对，
哎，这个
也是大家没有想到的。
对，我枪没有能够。
好，然后库佩在第3局里边继续像第2局里边一样的火力。
哦，带开，
直接带开，
不错，嗯。如果粉六没有挡到的话，
他仿佛也在告诉人家，我呢也不想跟你缠斗，
根本不考虑中带。那么现在这个局势，
现在也明白了为什么大家喜欢叫他火枪。
对，这个确实是火枪。而且今天的库佩是一杆火
感觉好像是这速度也和沙利文也差不多，
差不多，
基本上就是趴下去就有。
对，闪过
一颗星
非常好，那么也不错，下方的这一颗还有的下，连吃4套黑球。
对，那我们也看得出来，那库佩也是比较有希望的一位年轻的选手，就是亚意识应该他的成就应该也会比较大。
对，毕竟他今年才23岁。那么作为斯诺克球员来讲，在经过 几年的打磨啊，应该是非常有希望的一名年轻球员。
好，轻轻一推，
7分看不看得到，应该是没问题。这已经不是火枪了，这是火力全开的火枪。啊，好准
！5套。
那么那件事情有没有希望？现在来看，
除了在奥沙利文身上，应该可以说那件事情。那么库佩好像有点心虚，怎么说？
我一般呢要打到差不多6、7套之后，看看球型。
我们当然希望这一杆能做到那件事情。可以看到我们转播的比赛，能有一个球员可以拿走那辆农威车。
哎，那么这个球型呢，真的是非常不错。
对，
看力量，好的，有一些小，对，
但问题还不是很大，
还可控制。那么现
在希望他的黑球越打越多。
对，他用这样的杆法呢，明显是有这个意识了啊。
的确是猛啊。
对，
的确我们现在可以想到了啊。
现在的这个红球的球队呢，
如果能完成的话，那么我们应该也是非常的荣幸。
是。
仿佛中了彩票一样。
对，这个事情是147，这个事情真的是可遇而不可求的，这个毋庸置疑。那么这一杆要好好考虑一下，高杆2颗星还是要走上来，避过。
好的，
没问题。现在我们要屏住呼吸啊，来看一看。我不知道现在有没有观众朋友看
第9套
看表的这个时间到底是花了多少？
漂亮，
好的
，9套了。接下来的形势还是比较良好。
对，红球互相不咬，而且
他现在肯定是在想。
没问题，
第10套，
下一个向上的角度。
那么我们看在左侧的一颗红球，相对来说会有一些难度，其他的呢散落在中间，应该处理起来不是太困难，
选择面也比较宽，
所以呢他现在必须要考虑一下一个拉杆。
可以先来打这一颗不考虑，
还是有第11套。
好像离
好球，
灵魂附体啊，非常漂亮。
好，11套完成了，
颗颗响带啊。
对。我连字也看不懂了，
对，
反正这一盘他肯定是输掉了
啊。这个来吧，
好，第12套，
滑垒滑进，
好球，
滑进就好。那么上海大师赛应该还没有人打出过147，
对，我们也希望龙威车能给库佩
找到一个主人
开走，对。
好的，
打进第13套。
那么剩下的这3颗球，没问题。
好，现在是
这个
3套半了，
这个角度比较大，
应该也是不太困难。
对，剩下的这2颗不会太难。这个时候，
好打进，
还是找到底带，
漂亮。
几乎是颗颗响带的147啊，这个
第14套
，14套， 滑进，
哎，漂亮！
那么
我们看还有最后一颗红球来处理，
这个时候
这一颗就非常的关键了。
这颗就做中带吧，
好，
还是要
就要碰，有，还是有
应该还是比较直的一颗地带，
对对对。
但是这个球要叫7分呢，
那么我相信他也一定比较紧张。
对，
啊，
这个球叫7分，
推上去，漂亮，漂亮，
漂亮。那么这样就是最后了，
最后一套了，打进，
漂亮，看看落位，不，没问题，
哎呀，漂亮，
最后的
这是2分4、5、6、7了，一颗星上来，好，没问题。轻轻一点，好，
剩下4颗，
好，观众朋友还有4颗球，那么人为车到底是不是到了库佩手里？
就是这4颗球，
漂亮，
有一些过，不过这个球问题不大。这个球可以直接推上来找6分，
耐心一点，轻轻推上来。
对，因为6分不在点位。
好，还有最后2颗。上海大师赛历史以来第一次147分，
一杆147。
打进了，漂亮！还有最后一颗。
漂亮
！147分，
这是上海大师赛历史上第一杆147。
好，龙威车终于给他开走了。
哎呀，
真是非常的幸运啊！
It's a good shot there from Ding. It's on the black, albeit a little bit higher up the table than maybe he would have wanted. There's a big snooker following in China, as we know, but certainly in Europe, the game is big now. So no reason why that World Series shouldn't flourish. Now, well, what has Ding got to offer? We know what a player he is. He's had to sit out a couple of frames where John has started to cue better and better. And I've seen him before in situations like this where he's not at the table much. His body language can tell you how he's feeling. He's only a young man still. He seems to have been around forever. He's just 21. So this is going to test him now that John's starting to play.
That's okay. Just the one red available to him. Well, there may be one in either corner pocket, but there's certainly one to the right corner, and it looks as if one will go into the left corner also. He's looked at both of them. He's just deciding which is the better one to get nicely on the black.
Yes, he might be able to get across to play the black into the same pocket. Little screw shot.
17.
Just a gentle little cannon here.
$24. Sure. Yeah.
Just asking for the cue ball to be clean. We've seen one or two bad contacts. These are the shots, little roll shots, tend to be the ones. There's referee Jan Verhaas. I think a very senior referee now in this game. He's one of the very best, I always think.
25.
So a chance for a very big break here. At the moment, he just wants to get more than 75, I guess, just to make it absolutely secure, this frame. But there is a chance for a big break.
Well, it's not a bad start, is it? 4 reds, 4 blacks.
Sorry. 32.
He's not quite straight enough on this red. He's got to be a little careful. Beautiful.
33.
Ding, one of the players that is in the illustrious group of players that compiled a maximum break. He made one in the 2007 Masters. Won't be thinking about that just yet because they're very awkwardly placed. He just wants to get a frame on the board.
Yeah, the only other 147 at that time in the Masters was Kirk Stevens all those years ago, wasn't it, with the white suit.
Talking about Kirk, he's just won the Canadian Amateur Snooker Championship. Probably still wearing that white suit as well. Great character, Kirk was. A favourite with the ladies was Kirk.
48.
He's certainly going to be playing on the black.
49.
Now he's got reds on either side of the pack here that go. When he plays a screw shot, he's got a huge area to go in. Reds to the same pocket. So no problem at all.
56.
It's always difficult because he hasn't won a frame yet of the 2 we've played, so he knows that the maximum is a possibility, but he must get over the line in the frame. That will be his priority, then he can really concentrate on it. Still all those points left on the table.
$57.
Might have to play for the difficult red this time. He doesn't want to. Oh, he's going to force it around. Maybe just gone just a touch further than he would have liked. There's a couple of reds there that could be a possible plant as well, but well, they're not far off a plant, but he played for the one to the left of the 2. I'm just wondering if he'll change his plan here. There's a bit of distance between the 2 reds. So he's playing the single red.
$65.
Well, he might have to play on it this time, the red along the cushion, but I don't think he really wants to. Now, what sort of shot has he got? I don't think he's absolutely perfect to get onto the black, but if he plays a screw shot, he could maybe get there.
$73.
Now, when is he going to play for that tricky little one along the cushion? Might be now. No, the frame is safe at the moment. Has he gone far enough this time? This might be a little bit short.
80.
I think he's got, no, he's going to have to, well, there's only 2 shots. He can screw back and leave a very difficult black, or he can try and just power the white through the reds. That's what he's attempting. Now he needs a lot of topspin to make sure he follows through. Well, he could glance off it,
81.
so played it well.
Well, that was a beautiful shot, Dennis. Well, I agreed with you. I thought he was going to power it through. He played it with finesse. This was a really difficult shot because he knew the cue ball was coming quite close to the black.
Well, there is a prize of £25,000 for a maximum break, and of course there's 5,000 for the highest break. So at the moment he's attempting to get himself £30,000, and at this stage, when you're sitting in that chair, you want the player to make the maximum.
He's had the cue ball clean now. He's worried about getting a bad contact again. These are the shots that can go wrong. Now, that's okay, because with the two reds potable to the left corner, anywhere up the table means he's got a shot. He's got two choices here of reds, depending on which angle he gets. Oh, that's a beautiful shot again.
96. $97.
Is now the time to play for the tough red along the cushion? I think so. He's got a good angle. He might not get a better one if he tries to go round, but it looks as if he's attempting to play for the one near the pink. Has he gone far enough? Yes, he's played it well.
That was another great shot. I think most players would have played on the other red. So maybe he sees the last red as the easier one of the two, because all he had to do was drop in behind it, but the fact is he played it very nicely. High was the key with the cue ball, high up the table.
Yeah, the blue's just in a slightly awkward position. He's got a few balls to pot before he gets to trying to get onto the yellow.
105.
That's pretty good. As long as he doesn't leave this red straight, he'll give himself a terrific opportunity.
That'll do. He's got the angle now. If this goes in, he's on the black, but he doesn't want to be straight on the black.
112.
Well done.
113.
Key shot coming up. As I said, the blue slightly in the way. If he plays down the normal way, that's where he'd want to get the white somewhere near the circle, but he's got to get it absolutely spot on. Now, is he going to come across the table, leave the yellow to the other corner? That'll take the blue out of the equation. No, he's played into that position, and he's played it well.
There's just one more thing to worry about here.
120.
Hopefully the blue won't get in the way when he plays on the green, because really he wants the cue ball somewhere where the blue is now, so he's got to be careful of that. He mustn't snooker himself on the green behind the blue. There's John, as Dennis said, really hoping he makes it. Just one more good shot, I think.
Well done.
122.
Oh, he's overscrewed it.
125.
That's a little bit of tension. Oh, he just had to bring it back a few inches. Now he's got to play quite a good shot, but he could still do it. He's got to go around a couple of cushions, though, I feel. Instead of being straightforward, he's going to have to play probably round the angles there to get somewhere near the end of the line. Just with he's got to be very precise with this.
$129.
Still a bit to do yet, though. John smiling.
That's okay.
134.
That is okay. He's not gone too far, and it is a natural to get through onto the black.
I don't blame him from walking away and having a little sip of water just to compose himself. Well played, Ding.
140.
He made one last year at the Masters. The Chinese sensation Ding Zhongwei has done it again. What a fantastic maximum break. And the crowd at the Telford Centre
Of safety this for Stephen Maguire. He's done a pretty good job of that one. Last thing you want in these big matches is to leave your opponent an easy chance straight away. Tough red this one. He's taking it on.
1.
Good chance this for Stephen Hendry. Get his arm moving. Both boys would be a bit nervous going out there because they've played a million frames, I should think, before. They used to practice together for years up in Stirling.
$17. $34.
The best break builder the game's ever seen. He's made more centuries than everybody else and won more tournaments than anybody else. He's a legend, but he hasn't quite been playing up to his best for the last few years. Played really well in spells, but not enough consistency.
$33.
Perfect position again. You watch Stephen Hendry break building. There's so much to learn from him. I think all the professionals learn from him, and Stephen Maguire would have seen enough of him, I should think, during his younger days when he used to practice with Stephen.
$48. $49.
Well, the Reds are set very well here.
56.
And it's all reds and blacks so far. If it wasn't the first frame, you'd fancy Stephen Hendry to have a good go here at a maximum.
57.
Eight reds and 8 blacks. Stephen Hendry has already made 9 maximums in his career. I mean, what an achievement that is. I think Ronnie O'Sullivan has had 10, one more than Stephen.
$72.
His first tricky choice of shot here. Have to play a cannon here. It's okay, you could cast the red thin enough not to knock it towards the cushion, but it's... Put those two balls close together now. Played for the red in the left centre. You don't see many times when the balls are... Well, there's one just above the pink spot, and it's been like that from the start of this break. So we don't have to worry about having to play a shot up a red sometimes if you're up in the balk area. Oh, that one had a look in. Wobbled a few times, but
88.
it's disappeared. Left himself a little bit to do here, but Stephen Hendry always plays position when it guarantees him a chance to get on the next ball, so he's left the white a little bit further away than normal. As you can see, he's high enough on these two reds now that he can play through for into the corner, out for the black.
97.
That's the secret. Leaving yourself a good angle on the black and the reds. At this stage you wouldn't be interested, obviously, in anything but a 147. Game's well won. He only slipped out of position at a crucial time. The easiest red is the one below the pink, but of course that's taken him away from the balls as Stephen Maguire looks on here. Play that well. Now then, a good position shot here on the last red, and it's on. Perfect.
112.
Yellow and green are off their spots, but it shouldn't cause any problem for Stephen Hendry. Now then, he's got an angle here to get up for that yellow. Not a lot. He's going to have to play this with a lot of backspin on reverse side. Let's watch that cue ball. There you see the angle as it comes off the cushion, widening out, taking him down for the yellow. This maybe is a tricky one in the break. Get here, pot this yellow and get on the green. You'd be very disappointed after that if you missed. He's perfect. Again, he could have screwed back there, taking a chance for the brown in the corner, but he's made sure that he's on the brown with an angle to go up for the next ball, which is the blue.
159.
He's a fraction too far. It's the world champion Neil Robertson looking on, as is Stephen Hendry here on the blue. Didn't have a good angle, so he'll leave himself a pink a little further away than he would have liked. It's in the centre of the pocket. Well, he hasn't come low enough for the black. Left himself a thin cut. It's there. Stephen Hendry, the master of the maximum break. That's his 10th in his career. What a great start to the evening's play.
Well, an absolutely fantastic performance from Stephen Hendry. A 147, always a very, very special occasion in any snooker match. And certainly the crowd absolutely loving that one. I think Stephen Maguire could only look on and admire what had happened. Hendry absolutely delighted there. And of course the match on the other side of the table stopped as well to admire a superb performance, and I think they're just
to break. One. Eight. Nine. 16. 17. 24. 25. 32. 33. 40. 41. 48. 49. 56. 57. 64. 65. 72. 73. 80. 81. 88. 89. 96. 97. 104. 105. 112. 114. 120. 122. 125. 129. 134. 140.